In this session, let us try to analyze various methods of demand forecasting. Broadly, there are two methods of demand forecasting. One is survey methods, another is statistical methods. In this semester, we will discuss only two important statistical methods. One is trend projection or method of time series. Another is regression method or the method of least square. Let us study the two important statistical methods of demand forecasting in this particular semester. So now let us try to understand the trend projection or time series method. The first method, trend projection or time series. It is an important statistical method of demand forecasting. This method is highly useful to all those business firms which are already well established, having past sales experience over several years. So usually this method is not applicable to or not useful to the newly started companies. But this method is highly useful to all those business firms which are already well established, having past sales experience. What we will do in this particular method to have demand forecasting. In this trend projection or time series method, we will collect the data relating to the sales performance of a business firm over several years. The so collected data will be chronologically arranged, having time intervals. You know very well, such data is known as the time series data. Data collected over a period of time having regular time interval is known as the time series data. And we will observe very carefully this particular data. On the basis of the data collected, we can draw a sales curve with the help of a graph. We will observe the trends in sales by analyzing the turnings in the sales curve. So observe keenly the turnings in sales curve for the estimation of future level of demand. We will observe very carefully the fluctuations in sales of a business firm over several years. There may be different types of fluctuations. While considering the fluctuations in sales, what we have to do? We have to observe different types of fluctuations. Broadly, we have to consider four types of fluctuations. Number one, secular trend. Secular trend. What do you mean by this? So such type of fluctuations may occur in the long run on the basis of the overall behavior of that particular business firm. So secular here means long term. Secular trend and the related fluctuations may occur in the long run on the basis of the behavior. Second is seasonal variation. seasonal variation. In case of seasonal variations, the fluctuations in sales may occur during some special occasions or seasons. So seasonal fluctuations or seasonal variations may be observed during some special occasions like festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi, Dasara, Deepavali, Christmas. So during such seasons, usually the companies or business firms may record a higher amount of sales performance of those business firms may reach the peak level. Another type of fluctuation is number 3, cyclical variations. Cyclical variations. So such fluctuations may occur because of business cycles. Business cycles, you know very well, fluctuations in aggregate economic activities over a period of time, they will occur periodically, having ups and downs. So, you know, the wave like fluctuations in the sales of a business company, and such fluctuations may occur because of business cycles. That is, fluctuations in aggregate economic activities in an organized community having periodic economic ups and downs. Therefore, sales performance may vary or fluctuate because of business cycles. That is, having periodic economic ups and downs. The fourth variation may be considered number 4, random variations. Random variations. Such variations could occur because of natural calamities, natural disasters, or war period. So during such periods, variations in sales may occur. For example, during flood, famine, cyclones, earthquakes, and epidemics, and also during the time of the war period, variations in sales performance of a business firm could be observed. So while analyzing the turnings in sales curve, we have to observe these 4 types of fluctuations or variations in the sales of a business company. Now, I will give you the sales performance of a company. Let us draw the sales curve and let us observe the turnings in the sales curve. So I have 2 columns, sales performance of X company. Amount in rupees lakhs. So here, 1 column years, sales. Years, sales. Years, maybe 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. Suppose the sales performance of the X company over a period of 5 years and such data is collected. Sales performance in all these 5 years are like this: 45, it is in rupees lakhs, 52, 48, then 55 and 58, or let us take it as 60. So this is the sales performance of X company, amount in rupees lakhs, over a period of 5 years. So observe very carefully the sales performance of this particular company. We can very clearly observe that during first 2 years, the sales of that company is showing an increasing trend. That is 45 lakh rupees became 52 lakhs of rupees. But in the very next third year, sales performance is showing a declining trend. But for further 2 years, sales performance of that company has improved and it is showing an increasing trend. That is 55 lakhs of rupees, 60 lakhs of rupees, like that. So on this basis, that is on the basis of the sales performance, we can predict the future level of sales or demand of that particular company. Suppose if you want to estimate the sales performance of the company for the period for the year 2020. So in the very next year, first 2 years it will show an increasing trend, but in the third year the sales performance will come down. So it lie in between 55 and 60. It may be 57 lakhs of rupees. Then what will be the demand or sales of the company in the year 2021? So in the very next third year, the sales performance will show in an increasing trend. 20 decreases, but in the year 21 it may increase. It may more than 60. So it may be some 62 lakhs of rupees, like that. Then in the year 2022, sales of that company may be some 65, like that. So in this way, we can predict the future level of demand or sales of that particular company based on the past sales experience of that particular company. But in this method, we can't estimate the demand accurately. So this method lacks accuracy. We can't estimate the demand accurately, but only trend in sales can be projected. That is why this method is known as trend projection method. We can just estimate or predict the trend in sales of that particular producer or the company. Now let us draw a sales curve and let us study the turnings in sales curve. On that basis, we can predict the future level of sales or demand of that particular company. So first draw OX and OY. Here we can measure years, and here sales. Based on this data, our sales curve will be like this. So this is sales curve. So you can observe very carefully the turnings in this sales curve. After reaching the highest level, it takes a turning and it starts to decline. Once again reaches minimum, once again increases, once again decreases. In this way, having periodic ups and downs, the sales of that company has been fluctuated over these years. So in this method, the actual calculation or estimation of demand is not possible. We can just project the trend in sales of a particular business firm. Therefore, we have to go for another statistical method called the regression method or the method of least square. In this method, we will just formulate a simple linear regression equation, that is y equal to a plus bx. Here y represents sales. We have to find out the value of a, b and x. We have to insert these values in this equation in order to estimate the future level of demand. By using the method of least square, exact estimation of future level of demand is possible. So this method is very popular for its accuracy. Let us study this particular method in our next period. Okay. Thank you very much.